What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda.
The meeting room. You can make vid calls from the central table, or just get the crew together.
Cool, thanks. Well, today we're exploring the ship and heading on
We
out.
call this the research room. You can run research projects and coordinate with the Nexus from here.
This room? Or this room?
Pathfinder, check this toy.
Alien.
Some serious kit over here.
Is that so?
That's the biolab. We can grow plants for food and oxygen, and keep any specimen safe.
Nice. Doesn't look particularly
Pathfinder,
large enough.
check this toy.
So yeah, she was definitely talking about this place for the research.
Some serious kit over here. Seems like we're forever racing, but there's always time to check out new toys. Useful ones.
Always game for new toys.
This makes use of old ones. Like anything you grabbed on Habitat 7. Raw minerals, tech, doesn't matter. The research station will strip that stuff down and give you options.
Good. We'll rely on ourselves. God.
We're on our own, for everybody else. That's what Pathfinder means now.
Yeah, well, everybody should be so lucky. This tech is aces. If the best we get is what we make, still the best. Check it out.
Not sure why that tongue-tied me so much. Select research. Spend research data, RD, earned from scanning to unlock new weapons and armor blueprints or to gain access to powerful augmentations. Press space to continue. Each research category has different research. RD, Milky Way, Helios, and the Remnant. Switch categories with Q and E. Select a blueprint or augmentation and hit space to research. This is one of the reasons why I didn't want to make an entirely new character. Getting research points. It's like a mini playthrough. Type thing. Strike missions. Those are for later. We'll do that as we speak to Kandros. It's cool. It's not as cool as the Normandies, but it's cool. Maybe it's because we're in idle.
We're almost out there. Finally.
Hey, Subi.
Hello. I've just got to finish this download from the Nexus. We'll be ready for launch.
Will do. Where's the elevator? There it is. It's a strange position for an elevator. Glad to see they've already made themselves at home. Blastos. Vitra.
Securing cargo, and checking everything made it on board. The bridge report's ready.
Will do. Cora.
Ryder. Finalizing orders, flight plan, command access. Ready when you are.
Will do. Medbay. Vitra kind of stopped giving us a guide around. Respec station. You don't need an old man a few hundred years your junior to tell you you're ready for this. I'll do it anyways, because I know it's true. Keep your rider safe, and I'll do the same with mine. Harry. Hey, Lexi.
Excuse me. I need to make sure we have everyone's medical files from the Nexus. Come by after launch, and we can catch up properly.
Okie dokie.
Most of the crew bunks in here. Cozy, huh? but your room's got more of a view.
Info board. Anyone want to help me out move a couch? You serious? I never joke about comfortable seating. Congratulations, Pathfinder Rider, on successful installation of your info board version 3.4. You're now ready to keep yourself and your staff informed on the latest development aboard the Tempest. Infoboard VI. Comments? Okay, I'm set up everyone's user accounts. Have at it. I do love the Tempest as a ship.
These are the Pathfinder's quarters. Your quarters. Sam's router is down there too.
They really did a good job on it, especially this room. Now, for the N7. That was supposed to happen. Okay, nice black and blue. I believe all that we got left is the cockpit.
Departure trajectory locked, Nexus Control. Ah, time for introductions. You must be Ryder, Gallo Jath. A pleasure to be here, and to meet you, of course. I'll be piloting the Tempest at your word. Quite the ship, but it'll take a Pathfinder's guidance to see us through Helios.
Still learning the ropes. Keep us out of trouble. Still learning the ropes.
I'm new to this. Being a Pathfinder running a ship?
You'll be fine. As for the ship, I can help. I knew the Tempest when she was a blueprint. I was test pilot for the Tempest's early prototypes. I admit, I'm itching to see how she performs out here.
So how do I...
The console syncs with your implant. Just swipe, touch a destination here, and the nav system calculates everything. Very efficient.
It was optimized for a Pathfinder.
Everything's secure, if you're ready.
Is anyone ready for something this big?
Crossing Galaxies was big too.
We signed on for the big stuff when we came to Andromeda.
All right. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Command access is transferring successfully.
Science and monitoring stations look fine. Lexi's reporting in.
Helm is green. Gil reports the drive core is online.
This is it, Ryder. The Tempest is yours, unless you've got something to say for the log.
That's weird. Okay. Figure out what's going on there later. No, let's go.
No time for speeches. Let's see what we can find.
Nexus Control, this is the Tempest, ident 2527, prepping to depart.
Departure vector verified, Tempest. Godspeed, Pathfinder.
To Eos, then. What would have been our Habitat 1?
2 failed outposts put an end to that idea.
Maybe we can turn things around. Callow, take us in.
Pfeiffer? go there first. Go around, do like an initial thing just to get through the tutorial and stuff.
This is about as far as the Nexus surveyors could get before, well...
Let's see what's waiting here. I'm picking up something.
Picking up something. I wonder how many hours, if not days, it takes to do that. Nothing on planet. How do I... Space to get to the view?
I'm picking up something. Deploying probe. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
Okay. We've seen it once already. Skip it from now on. As cool as it is. Aluminum. Nothing there. Rare. Wrong button. H461. I do kind of prefer the original trilogy's way of doing this. Especially once you got to Mass Effect 2. Two and 3 were definitely the best. Didn't have a constantly readjusting screen. Caution is advised. Black hole H-012 Ketos, or Ketos. Even at the distance, black hole presents a risk to onboard ship systems. The accretion disk around it is composed of the remains of at least one solar system destroyed by the black hole's formation and gravitational pull. Custom map. Okay, I'm gonna go do this one. Then we'll head on over to EOS.
So this is where the human Ark first entered Helios?
Heck of a wake-up call.
Ah, it's the human Ark one. Probably nothing of interest here. So see when we're done.
Anomaly on sensors.
Our first anomaly on a planet itself. I stand mistaken.
Probe
Got
away.
a little crater.
We've got a crater.
Ejecta. Silicates, mineral deposits, trace amounts of element 0. Depth about 3.7 kilometers. Gives us experience. Nothing all that good. Okay, there is actually an anomaly on Habitat 7.
Probes launched.
What are you about?
Satellite detected.
Standard monitoring satellite. Registration shows it was deployed accidentally from the Hyperion during its collision with the Scourge. How do you accidentally deploy a satellite? Was it just knocked off the rim or something? Okay, that's that. On over to Pythias now. Actually get to Eos.
System Pythias. Andromeda Initiative Habitat 1. Designated Eos.
It was supposed to be an easy first step. Until no one else showed and we got clobbered. Twice.
Why has Sam altered frequency detection?
What are we hearing, Sam?
There is a signal, Pathfinder. I recommend an immediate examination of Eos.
Will do.
Deploying probe. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
I'm gonna do all of these first. And then we'll head over to Eos. Probably nothing of interest. Nothing of interest except for a satellite, apparently.
Satellite detected.
Scientific monitoring satellite launched by early explorers of Eos. Its mission was abandoned when the original settlement of Eos failed, but it has gathered valuable data from H276. It is also the last planet, I believe. Head on over to Eos.
A mirror of the signal on Habitat 7. Possible atmospheric manipulation.
Is that possible?
We'll find out. If it is like Habitat 7, no doubt we'll run into the cat.
Okay. Before we do that, though, one more thing to do. Yeah, these don't do anything. I could go speak to the crew, because once we land, we actually do have a long mission. Let's see, this is what we're doing. I'm actually get my proper stuff now. Let's go with the hammer for now. Revenant. I think that's the one that I usually use. There's all that. And my full set of armor. See, let's set up our consumables. Backup light support for the very beginning. Get overdrive pack. Let's see. We don't have the companions that I would usually use. But Let's take Vitra with us. Do Vitra and Core for the moment. That should be good. Okay, before we land, take a quick jaunt around. Speak to everybody.
Glad you stopped by. You'll pardon me if I keep an eye on our vector?
That's probably smart.
Nothing like being on the bridge of your very own ship, is there?
Said you designed it?
You mentioned something about helping design the Tempest?
Test pilot, mostly. Plunging through the Nemean abyss was almost a preparation for the Scourge. Of course, it took a whole team to build the Tempest. I was the only one to come to Helios, though.
Why did you?
What can I say? We poured our hearts into a ship that wouldn't realize her potential until Andromeda. I could have stood on the shore and waved goodbye, or took the leap to see how it all turned out.
I'd have done the same.
I get it. Like leaving a good story half finished.
The team liked that one of us was going. It felt right after all we went through. I remember Serena debugging line 2281 over and over, chewing that green pencil. Tion and O'Connell arguing equations, tapping on the console, 3 drips of coffee on the corner.
You remember all that?
Oh, yes. Solarians have photographic memories, and apparently mine's unusually sharp. Like my past is still happening. Though I suppose with the Solarian arc missing, you might not get many chances to compare.
Any word on them?
Did you hear anything about the Ark back in the Nexus?
Not a peep. Isn't that strange? You'd think there'd be something. Not that I dislike your company, but it's lonely without other Solarians.
We'll find them.
Don't sweat it. We'll bring the Solarians home.
Of course we will. I just have to be patient, that's all. I should get back to it, but thank you. I was afraid the Tempest would be mothballed after we lost your father. We built her for this. She deserves to be in a Pathfinder's hands. Please, come by any time.
Will do. Suvi?
Ah, Pathfinder. It's so wonderful to meet you. I'm Dr. Suvi Anwar, assigned to act as liaison between your crew and the Nexus science team.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to my team. I look forward to working with you.
Likewise. I can't wait to get to work. There hasn't been much to do so far, unfortunately. I've studied all the planetary scans. I've even had some hands-on experience with Helios soil samples. If you want, I'll send you my analysis on the native bacteria and microfauna. 60 pages.
Was that useful?
Will this be useful to my mission?
It's extraordinary what we can learn from Dirt's profile, what lived and died here, how our own plants might fare. Anyway, I've waited months to get out there to see Helios. It's why I joined the initiative. The Milky Way was just a corner of a vast universe, a corner of a tiny corner. We're the ones who got to step out of that corner. It's incredible.
I guarded a mass relay for some time. I always wanted to see the other side.
I totally know what you mean.
So will you be joining us on missions?
Oh, that's funny. Me, out there, with the guns and the danger and everything.
Why's that funny?
Why should that be funny? You seem capable.
Oh, I'm flattered, but no. I have no combat experience. I'd shoot you in the back. Not intentionally, of course. Anyway, I've just received some instructions from the science team, and I really should go over them. Later, then.
I feel like everybody should have at least some form of combat experience if you're going to be doing this type of thing. Email Pyjack. Interviews. Hello, Pathfinder. I'm a freelance vidmaker, and I could really use your help with my latest project. It's going to be historic, I hope, just like your mission. Can we meet on the Nexus for a chat? Can explain better in person. Carry to Vesa. Sure. Attachment. Helios pedology. Sunwar.ait has been categorized as spam and is now quarantined. Okay, so facial reconstruction. Essentially, we can change how our character looked, I believe.
We haven't really spoken since orientation, have we?
It's all been so hectic.
Ryder, when you've got a minute, stop by the medbay.
Will do. The buy and sell kiosk. Got a Cora. Might as well start with her.
Nice place you found.
Clean air, plants, helps me think.
Something on your mind?
Maybe.
Take it easy.
Your biotics always do that when you're maybe stressed?
I got it. I'm good. I don't normally lose it like that. A huntress should have better control.
Huntress?
Another term for an Asari commando. I was one, before the initiative. Some things stick, though. Like losing the old man.
You were a commando?
How does a human soldier get to serve with Asari?
Prove your biotics can rip an APC apart, and people get nervous. Funny that. The Alliance found me a cross-species military initiative in a hurry. Sent me to Thessia to serve with the Huntress unit. One of the few places where my powers were welcomed. Your father made another one.
It's one of the things that I never really liked about the Andromeda one. They made biotics seem like they were distrusted as much as more than they actually were. Sure, they did have a bit of problems with it, but most of them that were powerful just went to the military, like everybody else. Like Aiden. Did you know Dad well?
You were his second in command. Were you friends, too?
He was more a mentor than a friend. Prickly old bastard. But I respected that. People treat geniuses like they're made of cut glass. I didn't care how smart he was. I think he liked someone not caring.
I'm still here. We can talk if you want.
I know it's not the same, but I'm a good listener.
I hope you're as good at being Pathfinder. I said I wouldn't get in the way, and I meant it. But I prepped for years as your father's second. Then he chooses you? An untrained Pathfinder and all this mess to fix? The hell was he thinking?
Is this going to be a problem, Cora?
I don't want a rival. Just answers. It's done. Best I can do now is be your second. Keep your father's mission alive. Then maybe we'll all get what we came out here for.
What you come for?
So what brought you out to Andromeda?
Biotics like this. Thinking like an Asari huntress. I never had a place. Best I could be was a useful freak. The initiative was meant to be different. Will be different if this mission succeeds. So I'm seeing it through. It's quiet in here. I can keep the plants watered while I work. First job, see if there's any news on the Asari Ark. If they made it, we could use some Asari expertise. If you want to talk, I'll be here.
Will do. My head is in the ceiling. Who else do we got to speak to? We got the engineer guy.
Pathfinder rider to engineering. Repeat, rider to engineering. Shit, is this thing on?
Yes, it is.
Pathfinder making the rounds. Slumming it, huh? Want to see how the riffraff are making out?
Someone asked him.
Hey, it's a dirty job. Are you the riffraff spokesman?
King, actually. You might want to bow. Otherwise, things might start falling off the Tempest at the most inopportune times.
I'll take my chances. Just want to see how things are going with the ship.
I can coax more out of this baby than some might think, but we shouldn't go too far or push too hard between Nexus stops. For now. It just feels good to be stretching our wings, you know? Locked in idle too long, you start to drift. People, same as ships. Stuck on the Nexus, gotta say, I was regretting joining the Initiative.
You and many others.
I doubt you were the only one.
Yes, but it's a new thing for me, regret. I tend to live the way I work. Kind of feel it, do it. Not a lot of close ties, no real sense of purpose. Figured maybe I'd find my true calling in Andromeda. Then I got here and, oops, I just made a decision there's no turning back from. I was going nuts on that station. You can't know how jazzed I was when you showed up.
Well, not me specifically.
You mean how jazzed you were that a Pathfinder showed up?
Tomato, potato. You just keep pointing this ship wherever you want it to go, and I'll make sure she can get there. Deal?
Deal.
Nobody says potato. I'll just fall off? Yes, I can. Cool.
Pathfinder, help me with something? I know, not exactly standard. Gotta make the space comfortable. Plus, the fabric diffuses the charge from an overclocked Omniblade. Not giving up a 6% boost, right?
How does the fabric do that? Where'd you find a couch?
Someone brought this to Andromeda?
It was new when we left. It's been a hard year. So, finally time for that beer? And after 2 years and a dozen suspensions, I took a lateral promotion out of the force. Being a cop just didn't fit. But crisis response? Digging people out of trouble? That worked. I bet Hustle followed you into a few peace actions. Think about your Alliance days much?
What was Hustle?
Tell me about your group.
Heavy Urban Search Terrain 1? Yeah. Earth's contribution to a multi-species disaster response unit. HUST-1, but Hustle looks much better on the patch. All civilians, retired vets, or shits like me. I was fiercely bearded. Tastes better just thinking about those days.
I do miss all that.
I wanted adventure and mystery at the edge of known space. There was so much to see. Seems like a long time ago.
600 years, give or take. So, Pathfinder. Why Andromeda?
That blunt, huh?
That blunt.
I dream of adventure.
I hoped my Alliance career would lead to adventure. Exploring, hunting dangers in the dark. Didn't happen. Couldn't. But here, everything's new. And I want to see it all.
I don't hear idealist a lot. Everyone's cynical.
Back at you, Costa. Why'd you come?
I want to say I'm running from my past, but really running from myself. That'd be a great story. But it's bullshit. I had family, friends, a good enough job, nothing was wrong. I just heard about the initiative and I believed in it. I believed in a new beginning. Still do. I have to. We're in it.
It's pressure on all of us.
If it all goes wrong, it could feel like we left for no reason.
I know why I'm here. A bad start can't change that. I won't let it. In crisis response, I'd focus on essentials. That's you and this team. Pathfinder leads to planets, leads to people. You've got your part covered, you got this. I'll do my damnedest to help with the rest.
Okay. Suppose we got Vitra next, and then Lexi.
Oh, hey, Pathfinder.
The Pathfinder's there? Let me say hi.
Fine, but don't embarrass me. Ryder, this is Sid, my sister. Sid, Ryder.
Hello. Am I interrupting?
Hope I'm not interrupting something important.
Not at all. We were just finishing up.
Wait, Ryder, I just wanted to know if...
So I know it feels like I just jumped aboard your ship without explanation.
Would love an explanation.
Now's as good a time as any.
No. I know that I can be of use here. I know everyone on the crew, even the actuators Gil prefers for the ship. Better, I know how to get my hands on them. With me around, your crew's going to be at their best. We've been failing for months, Ryder. Now that we have you, we have a chance out here.
And you're good with guns?
Ability to haggle with the locals? Great. But please tell me you're also good in a fight.
Like I said before, Wrangler, Provisioner, Gunner, and everything in between. I do what I have to. We all have a personal stake in this. If it keeps going the way it's been, we're all dead. I should track down a lead for Gil's actuators. Back channels, you know. We'll chat later?
Sure.
You're not Harry.
The blue give it away? Habitat 7 was a little more action-packed than Harry bargained for. He decided to spend his retirement years on the Hyperion looking after your sister.
Weird. Did that thing again. What's going on? Maybe the shaders are bugging out. Welcome aboard.
Happy to have you, Dr. Tapero.
I'll do my best. Now, hold still.
Ow!
Sorry.
I remember you having a gentler touch.
Still trying to get my bearings. Thought I'd be waking up colonists, not taking care of the Pathfinder.
It's natural to be nervous.
Being nervous means you understand what's at stake.
That's the problem. I always hoped to work in the field, but everything's happening so quickly.
Focus on the positive. It helps.
I guess this is my opportunity to study alien species firsthand. Getting a Ket specimen aboard the Hyperion would be difficult, but here...
What?
A Ket corpse. For autopsy, a live subject would be better, but I'm not greedy.
Why do you care about the Ket?
Harry didn't tell you? I'm a specialist in alien anatomy. My thesis on Krogan virility and aggression is what got me in the initiative.
Anatomist and a physician.
Anatomist? Physician? That's quite the resume.
I'm also a licensed psychologist. 275 years has given me plenty of time to branch out. But we were discussing the Ket. An autopsy could teach us potential weaknesses, average lifespan.
Right.
Just something to think about. Sam, make sure the Pathfinder eats his vegetables.
Why wouldn't I eat my vegetables? They're delicious. Yeah, I think that's just about everything. Dinner tonight, null entry. Sorry, everyone. Forgot we were taking turns and half the rations aren't unpacked yet. Got you covered, Callow. There's soup in the galley. Dextro and Levo for me, and fruit cocktail. And I think we might have left port without you. Okay. Suppose that's it. And then there for the day. Continue on next time. On the planet Eos. So thanks for watching. And as always, have a great day. We'll see you next time.